I am so excited to make this video for you guys talking about something that has been going on for months behind the scenes. Living History Natchez, a group I'm a part of, has been working for months to put together the world's best historic home tour for you guys this March 2026. So I want to tell you guys what we've got in store and why you might want to go ahead and pull up the website and get your calendar out. Let's start making plans. We have put together the most incredible curated list of 14 fabulous historic homes here in Natchez, Mississippi, along with 7 events. Get the absolute most out of your trip. We have got events that you will never have to be bored for one moment if you come in March of 2026. If you love American history, you're going to love Natchez, Mississippi. Natchez is the oldest city on the highest bluff on the mightiest river in America. It was founded in 1716 and is therefore 2 years older than New Orleans. Many small towns have some great history that they're proud of, and they should be proud of. But I always say Natchez is America's history. Henry Clay, Aaron Burr, Andrew Jackson. When you start seeing the names of the people who spent time in Natchez and you realize how important this town was when Mississippi was still a territory and all of the historical things that happened here, you'll see one of the reasons you need to visit Natchez. But people always ask me, when should I come? Well, there's never a bad time to visit Natchez, but why not come when there are extra events and private homes that are not open during the rest of the year? We are going to have 13 private homes that are not open the rest of the year, and one Natchez treasure that we've partnered up with to be able to bring you tickets to that one as well. We want to make this such an easy process for you. Our spring home tour is going to run from March 11th through March 21st, but our tours are only on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of those 2 weekends. So you're either going to come on the 12th, 13th, 14th, or the 19th, 20th, 21st of March. And you buy an armband for either the first or the second weekend. That armband is only $145. Divide that by 14 homes, you're paying about $10 a home. The least amount that's ever charged for a home tour here is $20 a home, sometimes $25 and upwards. So it's already a half-price deal. You can't beat it. Plus, you're doing your part to support historic restoration in a town where American history breathes and lives and is in every wall. And when you get here, you're going to say, Tim, you were not exaggerating. If ever a town had a soul, a historic soul that you can just feel, it's Natchez, Mississippi. So let's start talking about the particular homes. Since we have 14 homes and 7 events, I thought I'd break them down. 2 homes and an event, just to keep the pace moving. Let's just take them in alphabetical order. The first property I want to talk about is called the Banker's House, and it was built around 1833 as a very impressive Greek Revival structure that was attached to the commercial bank here in Natchez. The banker built it, so what a commute. He could go to work and go through the back door and go right on home. Now, both buildings still exist and are connected, but there's no longer a door. Apparently, you can't get through, sadly. But this home is just stunning. I've been in it before, but not since the newest owners have purchased it. They are collectors and antique dealers, and I cannot wait to see how they have curated their collection in this very important home, the Banker's House. Next, we have the Briars, built around 1818. The Briars is as symbolic a home of Natchez as ever there was. It's mainly famous not only for its grandeur, its beauty, its planter's cottage style, and its 6-mile view of the river. It's especially known as the place where Jefferson Davis married his bride, Verena Howell, in the front living room because it was Verena Howell's childhood home. You can't visit Natchez without visiting the Briars, and your armband either weekend is going to get you in. As for the first event, what's better than an antique show? How about getting in first to an antique show? So on Wednesday, the 11th, the day before the antique show opens, we're going to have a special preview party from 7 to 9. A $100 ticket gets you, well, it gets you a lot. Number one, it gets you in first to be able to shop without the crowds and to be able to also purchase first before everyone gets at those beautiful antiques. We're going to have a wonderful selection of hors d'oeuvres, charming atmosphere with live music, and you won't believe our guest speaker. We actually have Julie Montague, the Countess of Sandwich, and her husband Luke, the Earl of Sandwich, coming as our guest speakers. If you get in time, there's also going to be a meet and greet ticket offered if you want a photo op. I mean, how often do you get to have a photo with a countess? If you follow her on social, you'll know her as the American Countess, and she is just a delight, and we are so excited to welcome them here to Natchez, Mississippi. Let's talk about Glenfield. Glenfield is an amazing Gothic Revival home built around 1845. And as special as Glenfield is, I think its biggest treasure is its owner, Ms. Mahhh-jorie. If you follow me on TikTok, you'll see I've done some videos, and my most popular are always those that feature Ms. Mahhh-jorie because she is a character and an absolute delight. Don't ever visit Natchez without seeing Ms. Mahhh-jorie if you have the opportunity. Next alphabetically will be our home, Holly Hedges, and our home was built sometime around 1796 by Don Juan Scott, also known as John Scott from Scotland, and is a great example of federal architecture, and it ended up being home to the McMurrans, who later built Melrose, one of the most famous mansions in all of Natchez. We would love to have you come here to Holly Hedges and give you the tour ourselves. So carrying on with the antiques theme, after the preview party, on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'll have the actual antiques forum with more than double the amount of vendors we had even last year. We're having to move it to the convention center. It's going to be incredible, and we are really emphasizing quality above anything else. So if you're looking for really fine pieces, you do not want to miss this year's antiques forum. I promise you, I'm going to be there with my checkbook. Also on our spring home tour this year is Hope Farm. If you follow our Restoration Nation, you have seen the amazing work they are doing on this home. This home was built somewhere in the late 1700s and was once home to the iconic Spanish governor, Carlos de Grand Pre. Unfortunately, it was destroyed almost completely by fire, but not in 2023. And thankfully, the Briars were willing to undertake the process of saving this home, and they are doing an incredible job. Just following this journey is so rewarding in and of itself. Next, we have the King's Daughters, which is located high on the bluff with a beautiful view. It was originally built around 1911 as a home for unwed mothers and their children. So this is a very unique home. I've never gotten to go inside, and I am really looking forward to this one myself. The next event I want to highlight is our Jenny Lind concert. Jenny Lind, the famous Swedish nightingale, toured America and came to Natchez, Mississippi with P.T. Barnum 175 years ago. So we're putting on a reenactment concert on the 175th anniversary at the Methodist Church once again. And we will also have a lovely reception. So this is going to be a really special event. One of the things I'm most looking forward to is kind of stepping back in time 175 years and feeling what it would have been like to be entertained as a Natchez nabob attending a concert of Miss Jenny Lind. So we need to talk about Oakland. Oakland is a stunning 1840s Greek revival home that was purchased a few years ago by a wonderful local family here, and the job they have done restoring this home, I cannot even begin to describe. It is so unique and so different and has not been on tour since they have bought it and decades before that. They have filled it with not only American and French antiques, but also a lot of very special Russian pieces that have a lot of meaning to the owners. If for nothing else, you want to come to this tour because you want to see Oakland. Next up is Pleasant Hill, a beautiful Greek revival home from the 1830s. My husband and I have spent so many hours in this beautiful home, enjoying the company of friends and having the most interesting discussion about antiques, time, people, places, just really everything that Natchez is. People in Natchez love to tell you the story about how Pleasant Hill used to be located where Magnolia Hall is now, another Natchez mansion. And they love to tell you how it needed to be moved to its current location. So they put it on some logs and they slowly moved it to this location. Apparently, they tell me it took about a year to move it and that someone gave birth in the house while it was being moved. I guess if it takes a year, you might as well just live your life, right? I guess you're moving an inch a day. I don't know. We should do the math on that sometime. But Pleasant Hill is not to be missed. Then we have Propinquity. It's quite a mouthful, I know, but this home has had that name for 200 years. It was built around 1800 and is just spectacular. It is technically in Washington, Mississippi, which is 10 to 15 minutes from where we are. Washington was a very important part of Mississippi history. Propinquity is one of my favorite homes, and I personally feel like it has a lot in common with our home in that it has a lot of federal elements. It's very old, but the current owners have done the most magnificent job of making it livable. Their kitchen is to die for. The original millwork in the home is exquisite. One of my favorite homes in the entire area is Propinquity. You guys don't want to miss that one for sure. Then we have Ravenna, a classic Greek revival built around 1834. And when you talk about Natchez mansions, you're talking about Ravenna. It's set on 3 acres, has the most incredible 3-story staircase. You know, the kind where you look up and you want to take the picture from down here? That's what Ravenna is. It is absolutely so stunning. It's the kind of house my mom used to say, when she'd look around, she'd say, it makes me want to go home and spit on the floor. And that's pretty much the way it is. Ravenna is just as pretty as it gets and is an absolute classic tour that I don't want you guys to miss. I also want to mention the jazz brunch that's going to be happening at Frankie's, because as much as we love our old homes, our architecture, our antiques, we also love some good Southern food. So if you want some good Southern cooking, some good comfort food, along with some New Orleans culture and some jazz music, you want to get tickets for the jazz brunch. It will be offered once each weekend of the tour. Rip Rap is an 1835 cottage with some federal and some Greek influences in it. Don't you just love the names of these homes? Rip Rap. I mean, who else has homes named things like that? The current owner has done an exquisite job with this home, and you will just feel the warmth and the comfort and how you're just literally walking into someone's living room in a home built in 1835, almost 200 years old. I love Rip Rap, its yard, its gardens. It's just something to behold. Next is Rosalie, the only non-privately owned home out of our 14. And it has been owned for a long time by the Daughters of the American Revolution, and they take immaculate care of it. No trip to Natchez is complete without a visit to Rosalie. It was built in 1823 by Peter Little, and it also served as the headquarters of the Union troops from 1863 forward. It is a true grand mansion overlooking the river. No more beautiful home in town, so don't ever miss the opportunity to see Rosalie. So I'm really excited about this event. On March 19th, they are bringing it back. It's called Southern Exposure, and it is a lighthearted farce, kind of poking fun at the Natchez home tours and the hoop skirts and all the things that have gone on here for nearly 100 years. It was such a popular event. It always has been, and it's been gone for many years, but they are bringing it back. On March 19th at 7 p.m., we have tickets to Southern Exposure. I promise you, I'll be there. Dolly wanted to join for this last segment here. Another classic Natchez home is known as Sweet Auburn. Built in 1833, again with classic Greek as well as federal elements, it has been lovingly restored after many years of vacancy in the past. It is truly a family's treasure, and you will see that and feel the love when you visit Sweet Auburn. And the last house, since we're going in alphabetical order, is Wigwam. Boy, is this home beautiful. It was purchased in the last couple of years, and I thought it was already in incredible shape, and you should see what they've done to it now. It's even more amazing. Wigwam dates as far back as the 1790s, and its millwork, its architecture is just incredible. Unlike our home, Holly Hedges, which only earned its name in 1948, the Wigwam was named by one of its owners who purchased it in 1857. So that's been around a while. The final event I want to hit is Blues on the Bluff. Blues on the Bluff is going to be on the final day of our spring home tour, which is March 21st. Blues on the Bluff is going to be held at Rosalie, and I've already told you how gorgeous that is, overlooking the Mississippi River with comfort food, blues music, and just a great way to celebrate rounding out our spring home tour. I just can't wait for you guys to come and experience true, deep Southern hospitality. Make that Natchez hospitality, because guys, it's really next level. As one more bonus, or as little lagniappe, as they'd say across the river in Louisiana, we have to throw in something extra. So in addition to these 14 fabulous homes, 7 unique events that aren't available the rest of the year, we have fabulous reenactors coming in who will be stationed at several of the homes. You know that thing where they dress up like they're back in the past and they sleep under the stars and camp the whole bit? Oh yeah, we have groups coming to do that. So you really are going to get that immersive experience, taking the whole Natchez tour to a level it's not been seen in a very long time. We will also have period history interpreters as well as period vendors available at some of the homes. So anything we could think of, including the kitchen sink, that we could put together during a brief time to have you come see Natchez and get a full taste of what's offered here, this is it. So again, March 11 through March 21, pick weekend 1 or weekend 2, unless you just like us so much you want to tour them all again. You could buy both wristbands and you can see 7 one weekend and 7 the next. But either way, this is one tour that you're going to be so happy you did, and I promise you, we're going to be so happy to have you. Please reach out with any questions. Just go to livinghistorynatchez.com. You can't miss it. All the events, all the tickets are there, and some of them have limited capacity and are going to sell out, and I don't want y'all to miss out. Hope to see y'all there. Say bye, Dolly.